Now let's move to communication. And in -5, this is only the infrared communication from SAE J2701-5, which already was published in 2019, and we will now have in a few weeks from now the 2024 version. And what are the differences? Well, the software version will be different. Used to be 1.10, and in the 2024 version you will have both 1.10 and 2.0. So if a vehicle with 1.10 is arriving or a vehicle with 2.0 is arriving, it will be able to you can use the same standard for both. Tank volume, change the name to total volume, because otherwise you might be mistaken with just a single tank. Yeah? So total volume was up to 5,000 liter, and in version 2 it's changed to 10,000 liter. Should be enough. And the optional data used to be 74 characters, and now they are up to 240 characters. And this optional data becomes really important. And probably nobody has ever used it before, I guess. But as of now, it will be necessary. So the optional data is always defined by first a header. Then you have a bunch of optional data tags, which is defined by this header. It can be 1 or 5, doesn't matter, 10. And each time when you use the optional data for a different purpose, you can use a backslash and then start again with another header with more data. Now the header, the orange one, that one is defined in 2799. The blue purplish data tags, those are defined by the header and are part of the protocol. So you will not be able to find these in 2799. So which are the headers that have been defined already? For J2601-5, 2024 version, you have the CAT DHF24. You will have the MCF HFG24. And the ones for ISO, two, there will be more from ISO, but 2 of them are already included into the J2799, which is the category D twin nozzle fueling 25 and the MCF HFG twin 25, because twin nozzle fueling will also work with infrared communication. So those are the headers. What are the data tags? That will be, I will explain in the next slides. So here you can see for category D and MCF, what is the tag? What are the possible tags? One of the tag is FM, maximum flow. Well, I don't recall why we called it flow maximum. That one I forgot, not MF, but FM, flow maximum, can be 60 or 90. So the vehicle can send out, look, I'm equipped with a 3 millimeter receptacle, just give me 60 grams per second maximum flow rate, please. Or it can be 90. So here's an example how it will look like in that case. And another one is the largest tank volume. And so that is in liters. For example, in this case, it's a category D high flow 2024 version for the SAE J2601-5. Maximum flow rate is 90 grams per second, and the largest tank in my system has 360 liters. And it's very similar for the MCF, but for H35, it will be 120, of course, for the high flow receptacle. For H70, there is no change. This is exactly the same. And then you also have for the high flow version H70, 300 grams per second. And then the maximum tank size is also necessary. for the MCF. If they are not communicated or incorrectly communicated, FM 500 or something like that, then there will be fallback situations. So it is possible still to fuel, but the fallback will always result in quite slow fueling with also low SOC most probably, but for sure slow fueling. So here is an example which I wrote down. So there's a lot of which we already know, blah, blah, blah. It's dynamic, temperature, measured pressure, measured pressure. And then here you have the explanation. This vehicle is accepting both category D HF and MCF equipped with a H70 receptacle of 4 millimeters, so 90 grams per second. And the largest tank is 360 liters. So that's how it could look like, the information coming from a vehicle. Vincent. So again, yes.
Sorry, Vincent, for interrupting you.
Yeah.
But he's raised his hand, so he may has a question.
I just wanted to, for the FM, I think at the beginning the goal was to put F, and then for a question of avoiding mistakes because you have only one character which might be worthily transmitted, then they added the M. So I think because originally it should have been F equal, and then in terms of reliability of the signal, I think they then extended. And
yeah, that's correct. First we talked about F300, F60, F90. Yeah, that's correct.
And a second remark. There is if you have a high flow nozzle up to 300 grams per second. In this case, you do not necessarily have to transmit the FM value.
Because mechanically there is no other possibility.
Yes, because the station will already take into account that if your vehicle can connect to the FM 300, then it means that you have designed your system for that size.
That is correct, and same goes for H35. Mistake, should be high flow, H35 HF. I made a typo here. I will write that down.
Sorry, Vincent, it is H35 MF mid-flow. In many US nomenclature, yes, I have gone through the latest this weekend. It is H35 MF.
Really?
In the DIS, yes. Because there may be an H35 HF going up to 300 grams per second that could be defined in the ISO 17268-2.
Okay,
that
thank
may
you,
be.
Ignacio.
So the nomenclature is MF.
Okay, good. I was not aware. Wait, let me quickly.
I think it's still a bit changing and open. Yeah.
I will already put MF. F. Okay. Good. I learned something myself now. So here, this is just a repetition to explain that the largest tank size, due to the high volume to surface ratio, is going to overheat easier than smaller tanks. Now, concerning compatibility, so just as an example, I assume that the vehicle transmits that the total tank size is larger than 250 liters. And here you can see what the truck transmits, if it transmits non-com, and the HRS is not programmed for the category D, then of course there will be no fueling, because this is too high volume of tank. On the other hand, of course, current situation is the truck transmits 1.10. The station is programmed for 1.10, like in Korea, then of course it will fuel according to category D, the light duty vehicle version. But if the station is programmed for only 2.0, there should be no fueling. Only if the station is programmed for both 1.10 and 2.0, then you can fuel according to category D, light duty vehicle version. And the dash 5 will only be, the result for fueling of dash 5 will only be in case if both the truck sends the version 2.0 and the station has been programmed for 2.0. So again, is your station programmed for category D using 1.10? Then the advice is also to upgrade your infrared for version 2, to accept version 2, if you want to use your station for dash 5 fueling. Okay, so that's about communication. And I will take again a moment of silence to rest, to have a drink and rest my voice, and then you can ask a question if you want.
Vincent, I have a question. Can you go 2 slides further? 1 or 2?
This one?
No, 1 further. Yeah, this one. So you just asked us if we would implement directly the 2601-5 instead of the D category. But if there will be trucks driving with the old communication standard, then we cannot do that, because then they cannot fuel. So
you can.
How?
So the truck transmits 1.10.
Yeah.
And you program your station for the 2024 version, which can include both 1.10 and 2.0.
Yeah, but then we fuel it with the standard 2601 category D.
Yeah. At this moment, today, yes, that's right. Because today this one has not been yet cancelled. But it's a very good question, and it's for sure one item that we need to rediscuss. Yeah, so are we going to fuel with the old standard or not? Probably yes, because we assume that if the truck sends out this version, then it probably means that the largest tank is probably less than 250 liters.
Okay, but then
so
we
will see what we will do. We will see what we will do.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But probably what will happen in the future is that this might change if your station is programmed for the dash 5, that you will still be able to fuel the dash 5, but the 60 grams per second instead of 90 grams per second. So but you're right, it's a very valid remark. It needs to be rediscussed. This is how it is written at this moment. But I will write your question down to rediscuss it within ITF.